Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the very first High Rollers stream. We're going to introduce you to the people that make up the High Rollers as they filter in. We've got three people in the back. We're going to start with, we're going to talk a little bit about them and what got them here and what they enjoy, and just kind of a little get to know you, get to know the people that really support the channel. This is kind of a fun thing for me. I'm going to enjoy doing these going forward, and of course this one's public, so this is a public member stream, so you get a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that we talk about when sometimes in the members chats. But here we go. First, I'm going to add the ever lovely Six to the panel. Greetings, Six. How are you today?
Greetings. I'm great. I don't think I've ever been on your show when the sun is up.
No, I think this is your first daylight appearance, indeed.
I will be on my best behavior.
All right. Yeah, we are PG-13 here, so we try to limit the curses in public. Of course, right after that, we have our good friend Reuben Christopher Haynes. How are you doing, sir? You're a little bit muted, sir. You're a little bit muted. No, you're muted. Muted.
See, that's what happens if you don't do it perfectly, but I'm doing well. I will keep it PG-13. That's why I said all the bad words at the very beginning when I was muted.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Just curse right before we start. And of course, last but not least, and of course, we're going to have a couple other folks. I hope is our good friend Tim Haynes. How are you doing today, sir? Good to see you.
Pretty well.
Tim's been a longtime supporter here of the channel. I appreciate that. I've actually, all three of you have been. I've been blessed with some incredible people that support me and what I'm doing here, and hopefully what I'll be doing in the future. So I want to say thank you, and of course, all of the members out there that support us as well, because there are many other members at the different tiers that I couldn't do this without you. So thank you so very much. And we do have a super chat from somebody who's supposed to be on this panel. It's Toxic Manflu. He says for $10 as well. Was I supposed to be on the show? I'm high class. Yes, you are. Why are you not on this? Tox, I created a group like 2 hours ago. Sent you the link an hour and a half ago. You should be here. Anyway, but yeah, it's fine, and I'm sure if he's available, he'll join. But we've got a lot of folks joining us today in the chat. We appreciate your support, everybody. There are 5 people in all that make up the High Rollers. These are the people that are at the highest tier. We will do this at least once a month, and just kind of a little get to know you, get to know what you're doing, kind of a thing. So first, I'm going to start with Six. I think. Six, you've been doing this for a bit, and Eric K just dropped 5 CultureCasino memberships on the stream. Thank you. So that adds Radioactive, Hunch the Dirty Roofer, Hooligan S3, Brightest Day, and Peter Graves into the membership. Welcome, everyone. All right.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, we were going to have a member stream this week, as a matter of fact, for every tier you'll be able to join. That will be a private member stream in the background. It's not publicly broadcast. It's just an opportunity to get together. So we will do that this week, and you can get that now in the community tab. So if you're not a subscriber, or if you're a member, you should all have that bell icon turned on with all notifications. That way you won't miss any of the notifications in the community tab. So I really do appreciate it, Eric K. I love you, man. Eric K is a very cool dude. If you get a chance to meet him at a meetup, he's amazing. Consider him a close friend for many reasons. So not just because we both like to, cook and, grow things, but many other reasons. He's a good dude. In fact, he sends another $2 saying, I refuse to support any of these toxic people. Well,
that's right.
Yeah. And you know what? You're right. Olaf Von S says something. I will definitely give you more than a moment's notice, Olaf. I promise. In fact, I'll probably try to set the member stream up tomorrow. I've got everything else set for the week. You probably got 200,000 notifications yesterday for when I put all of the streams for this week live. So sorry about that.
Yeah, except for this one.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's very strange.
I set notifications for everything. I sub to you, obviously. I have notifications turned on for your channel, and I had to dig, and it was finally Tim who rescued me and sent me the link to this stream. It's very strange.
I appreciate everybody being here, but yeah, I've been finding some really great channels to watch recently that are even informing my opinion even further on the steps we need to take to protect ourselves from what they're trying to impose on us all. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about these great people like Six. So we'll start with Six, as I was mentioning before. Six, you've been on YouTube for a while in various forms, usually in a supporting role, but now you've been showing off your amazingness more frequently. How did you stumble across any of us? I'm just curious because I know it probably was Tom.
It was Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh, EVS, Uncle.
Yes.
EVS.
And then he introduced me to Midnight's Edge. He was always very kind to me in the chat. I had a different, and so I think my name stuck out to him in his chat. And he introduced me to Midnight's Edge, and then Midnight's Edge was really the gateway drug to everybody else. Yeah. Wow. So, and I found EVS through my hatred for The Last Jedi.
Oh, that was the solid point. That was
the
solid.
That's the only good thing about that movie is it brought a lot of us together. Yeah. So that's how I ended up here and sitting here with you fine folks.
Now you appear pretty regularly on Tom's streams, and again, every once in a while you'll show up at one of my late night streams. If you ever considered the idea of like launching your own channel or doing anything?
For sure. Definitely. Yeah. I don't know how to edit a video. That's literally the only thing holding me back because I work third shift. And so I'm like the first one to see all the news or a lot of the news. And I just want to run home and start talking about it and give my 2 cents. And I don't know how to do that. So.
Well, I tell you what, I've often threatened doing this. I think I will. I will do a member stream where I will at some point here, I'm not saying when, but at some point here, we'll set aside a couple of hours instead of just an hour, which is what I usually try to fix these at. And I'll walk whoever wants to learn through basic video editing because it's not hard. It's not complicated.
That'd be awesome.
And most of the programs that you can do it with are free. You don't need anything fancy. If you're capable of using StreamYard, you don't need any software for recording other than that. And from there, you just download the recording that you make on StreamYard. You edit it as you need to, and you're done. If you want to drop in a musical background, that's easy to do. And again, there are multiple free versions of software that can make this happen for you. Speaking of which, we have apparently Echo-based network here. Okay. I think Mike's logged into the wrong icon. There we go. Hey, Mikey, good to see you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm like, why is Culture texting me and yelling at me?
Because you're supposed to be on here.
Well, okay, in my defense, number one, I was doing a tax return. Number two, I'm Mexican.
Okay. Should have just expected that.
Yeah, like Ruben, don't deny me. Let me roll with this. And then number three is, let me think of another one. I'm never sure when these things happen. No, I can't really use that one because I got.
You can't use that one.
No, because I got pretty much. Because 6 has pretty much been telling me since Tuesday, so that's all right. Well, let's go back to the Mexican one. I'm Mexican. See, you can tell by my outfit.
All
right.
But
if anybody dares to breathe the word Andor, we need you here.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you have Ruben. Ruben's Mexican.
Is he?
Is he?
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
When his mic's on, he is.
Oh. Yeah, he's been muting himself regularly and forgetting to turn it off.
Still muted again.
Well, really? I'm trying to be very diplomatic and not say anything blurty.
Aren't you Hispanic?
Bad. Yes. See, you almost know.
Yeah. See, look, his Spanish is Baron Polly's. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, at times Polly's got some Spanglish work in there. But anyway,
look, I would say that I would say that if it's Hispanic, it's Latin, and if it's Latin, it's Latin lover. And if there's anything that men can do of a Latin persuasion, they know how to talk to women the right way.
Thank you for keeping that PG because I was headed down a road.
No. It's PG.
I literally panicked. I'm in the middle I'm deep into my client has a 300. We discovered something in my client's tax record about 3 hours ago. My client has a $349,000 tax problem I've been trying to solve all day.
Yeah.
And I just figured it out like a half hour and 45 minutes ago what to do.
Right.
And then my phone goes ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And I look down and he's like, Mike. I'm like, wait, I know who that is.
That's a terrible ringtone.
And then I think, wait, no, there's no Midnight's Edge. There's no Midnight's Edge after dark. There's no, and then I go, I'm busted.
You are busted because you were gonna say, what is it normally you accuse me of not being inclusive and diversity oriented?
I accuse you of all kinds of things. Let's start with the number one. Number one, Culture Casino does not embrace diversity or inclusion. That's the number one.
Okay.
I got more though.
No, I know.
I got the other one.
But
The other one's a running joke now, which is that Culture Casino won't live stream with me at the same time.
That's true. That's true. But and yet here we are again in the same place. Matt,
I'm not a YouTuber.
Matt G's reminding everybody that Mike, despite all of his protestations, is a YouTuber.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
He is. Yep. He is.
Nope.
Yes,
I'm not a
he is.
YouTuber. That's the other thing. Although I lost that argument. I have to say, of all the people that like tried to fight with me about that, you probably won the argument better than anybody.
Yeah. Well, it's not that hard. You YouTube more than a lot of people who have channels, bro. But anyway. All right. Well, I was almost done finding out. Okay, so six became a solid member of this group of humans we call the Fellowship because of the terrible Star Wars film that shall not be named. And has gone on to do amazing things. So I want Six to have a YouTube channel. So I'm going to, I seriously, I'll set aside a couple hours and we'll do a stream for members that I'll walk you through video editing. I'll even grab a couple of the free programs that I don't use and just kind of, mess around with them so that we can get people into it.
Six, do you want to do your own channel like actively?
Absolutely. You know why? Because I'm on so many streams with Tom. It would be amazing to talk about things without being interrupted.
Wouldn't it be?
Holy shit. Ouch. Shots fired.
Hey, she's not wrong. I mean,
He's not listening.
Six, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you think I was not interrupted on a stream?
I can try.
Maybe the last time you were on with Culture Boss.
That's right. Although she tends to step on me too. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, but it's funny because it's like, I understand everybody does that and it's cool. And at a certain point, it just becomes a meme and I don't mind. But it's funny because if I'm solo streaming, nobody interrupts me except for me. I interrupt myself all the time. Halfway through a thought, but I can't wait for you to do a channel 6. So when you're ready, let me know, and I will definitely work with you. We do have some member chats and a couple super chats I want to grab real quick. We got one from our buddy Jeff L. Pearson. He's been a member for quite a while actually in various forms. I'm not sure if he reveals all of his forms. But he does some YouTubing of his own, and he says missed last member stream. I'm sorry about that. Again, I will tomorrow on the community tab set that up, and that way nobody misses the next member stream, which will be this coming week. So we'll get there. We got a couple of supers that flowed through too. I think I highlighted a couple of them. Let's see. I'm having trouble keeping up. I'm gonna have to give 6 access to the channel so she can do this.
No, you just want to give her more work. See, you're suckering her in by telling her you're going to make her a channel, and next thing you know, you made her your backdoor mod.
I'm not. No.
Well, that's why I finally have backstage access to Midnight's Edge because Tim got sick of me. Or Tim, oh my God. Tom got sick. Hi, Tim. Tom got sick of me bitching about it all the time. You missed a super chat.
Yeah. Well, Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says received many notification owls, assumed the worst. Well, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully all the owls were positive. At least mine are. I'm letting you know what's happening. I'm watching some really interesting videos right now. I'm going to share that over the course of this week. Some stuff that I'm watching that I don't know. It's always all the volumes turned down on. But thank you for your support, Pinochet. I think you'll enjoy some of the things I'm about to cover. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says walk through on the DIY channel. Sign me up. Well, I'm not sure that's going to interest people, but I that are, for the DIY, building stuff, but maybe, I mean, I can show you how I set up camera positions for like building things, but I don't know how exciting that is.
You have 2 more super chats that you didn't star yet.
Thank you. I'll get there. See, look, you guys are amazing.
Well, that's because me and Six have done the same thing for so many channels. Let's go to Olaf Van Ness's comment. Mike is an excellent producer.
Yes, he is.
Look at me fishing for comments, Ruben. Mike is an excellent producer. Olaf Van Ness, 3:14 p.m. In case you're looking for the time.
I'll get there. Low spec Linux laptop reminds
you
us
missed it. It was above that.
Shortcut is a great free video editor. Yes.
Writing it down. Thank you, Low Spec.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mexican Iron Elf. Well done. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake, no, Jesus.
Is that the one you wanted me to
No,
highlight?
that's not the one. The other one. 2 more down.
Here's
No.
Bobo Yogi is thinking that Six needs an OnlyFans account. I don't know.
Oh, she could use my home studio and film it here. I'll let her use
Oh.
I will let her use all my equipment, if you know what I mean.
I would not presume, folks. Not presume.
Get it, Ruben? All my
Mikey.
equipment.
Mikey,
Ruben.
the sun is up. We have to be good.
Yeah,
What?
this is PG-13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're not Midnight Sitch After Dark.
No.
Hello,
Yeah,
Culture Casino. It is such an honor to be with Tim Hayes, with Ruben
There
Christopher,
it
with Six, as well as Culture Casino. I am
Oh.
putting my best foot forward. What does this fellow say? For $2 super chat, Pinochet's helicopter tours. Only Mike can turn a stream into admonished Culture Casino stream. That didn't feel like a compliment, Ruben.
I'm just laughing at your laughter.
Oh, man,
You have to,
guys
you have to
are-
laugh at life.
This
these
is my
days.
Mexican Ironman by day. Proper, formal, not
All right.
using any no-no words.
And a little bit
Very
gay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. 6.
Yeah.
Tim!
Tim knows what I'm talking about.
Tim!
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do my impersonation of Tom in Culture Casino since Six is saying that Tom interrupts, but I have an explanation for why he does it. But first, let's do my impersonation. Culture, talk about something.
Yeah, we have a member chat that just came in from.
Oh my
Hunch
God,
the-
members are just amazing.
Yeah, they are. Hunch the Dirty Roofer for being a member for 2 months. Reward club level says, Mike is a producer par excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I didn't interrupt you because I saw a compliment was coming. See how I did
Yeah.
that right there?
Yeah.
That
We
was
also
neat.
we also got. You guys are so funny. I love my audience so much.
No, you don't. You're so frustrated. You'd rather be like out, like pulling celery out of the ground from your garden.
Actually, that sounds good. I'm hungry. Why did you? Now I want celery with some
I
peanut
love celery. I have a huge bunch in my fridge too.
butter.
It's my favorite
Jason-
snack.
Jason Gray's indoor Airbnb for an Australian $2. Thank you, Jason.
Hey,
Says a
Jason.
longtime listener, first time super chat. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I know you've been out there in the wild for a very long time, and I appreciate your support.
Jason Gray's my friend. I know him longer.
Okay, but he's got a cute avatar, a
Yeah.
little Shiba Inu dog.
Yeah, but I've known him longer.
Little Doge dog. All right. One more that I found is Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says, I'm your backdoor mod. Mexican Mike Morrison. There you go.
Did I say back door behind the scenes?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Did I say back door?
No, you
Earlier?
did it in front of the scenes.
Oh.
Or did you say backstage? That's
I
kind
meant
of
to
the
say
same thing.
backstage.
Uh,
No, backstage at Mexican Ironman's house is not the same thing as going the back door of Mexican Ironman. Those are.
wait, hey. PG-13.
I didn't say any bad words.
Just innuendos.
Judicon for $3 sends a super sticker. It is a fist bump pair, baby. Boom, boom, indeed. Thank you, Judicon. That's right. You have to say Judicon's name that way at least once, because that's the right way to do it, right?
Judicon.
Perfect.
That's Ruben's turn.
Judicon.
Tim.
Beautiful.
Tim, what you got?
No, Tim's like, no, I'm opting out.
Tim's like, I'm not going to jump through your head.
Play along, damn it.
Very good. Well, we got Olaf Von S with another member chat for 10 months at a Gold Club member. Thank you, my friend. Says, wonderful group of people I encounter. Many of my YouTube time spend more listening, talking to some of you than people in real life or TV. Indeed. I think that's true for most of us, to be honest with you. And of course, Magitex Mag sends a member chat, says, Mikey, Mankini OnlyFans when?
Wait, what? What's the request?
Magitech Mag says, Mikey,
Yes.
Mankini OnlyFans when?
Well, after tax season and after maybe after I get back from Dallas. After tax season, after Dallas. So coming soon. We'll do it over the holidays. That's what I'm sure there'll be a huge demand for that, for people want to giving. Oh my God! You know what? I should get posters done.
You should.
Yeah, we can give them away on Midnight Sedge After Dark.
Yeah,
Would you
yeah,
want a
yeah.
mankini?
I can give them away in Orlando for you too if you want.
No.
Well, Mr. Buttcrack Media sends a member chat. Thank you. He says, "Hey, all you fabulous people. What are people? goodness, what did I say? Thank you very much for that, and for gifting 5 Culture Casino memberships. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Buttcrack Media. My goodness, it's like the gifts are raining down. We had Bobo Yogi added, Asian O the Time Outlaw BTS. We have John Penn, Brutal Morningwood. Wow, that was a burp. And Twilight Hope. Congratulations to the people who just joined us, courtesy of Mr. Buttcrack Media. Thank you for your support, my friend.
It's raining members.
Course, it's raining members. Hallelujah. Pinochet. All right, we're trying to get through these supers, and I appreciate the support, guys. You have no idea. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says, no, I meant
me and Six will send you a video.
Yeah.
What?
We can make a whole series, Mikey.
No, I meant video editing class on the DIY channel for $2. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a great idea.
I follow you. You know what? That's not a half bad idea.
Wait,
I like to give everybody that's
show them how to do it yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let me show you how to do it yourself to do it yourself. That's weird. That's a weird
That's a weird
thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how to do it yourself to do it yourself. It's just strange. Rob Altus for $5 says, nice to see familiar members like a Cheers bar setting. Getting hungry here. It's 12:30. Yeah, I actually woofed down some lunch right before the stream. So I hear you. But I'm getting hungry again, and it's because of the celery comment. Because good celery. Realize this: when you eat celery, it takes more calories to eat it than you consume. It is the only weight loss food there is that I'm aware of.
I usually put peanut butter on it, so that
doesn't work for me. That doesn't jam. Yeah.
Jam.
All right. And Brahma Bull sends a member chat. Good to see you, brother. Says, I found a culture stream right when I needed a nap. Well, there you go. My voice will put you to sleep. But you know whose voice won't put you to sleep? It's the next fella on the panel here. His name's Reuben Christopher Haynes. He has a channel. He documents the goings on in his life and the things he's concerned with. And he's been a friend for a long time. I met him in person at the first Vegas meetup, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
The boss and I enjoyed your company quite a bit. That both days, actually, I believe we were there, both of them, right? And the first Vegas meetup, yeah, it was a good time. And ever since then, you can't get rid of Ruben. So Ruben, so how did you end up where you are? I mean, obviously,
exactly. I laugh because it's so funny, because it's the same reason. Because I was there in the theater between 1974 and 1994, especially in the younger years of my life, because I was born in 68. I'm 54. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I saw Star Wars in the theater, to see the trilogy in the theater as a kid and just becoming a teenager, basically. Right. It just blew my mind. The music, the science fiction aspect, the fantasy aspect of it. The acting was, whatever. But again, iconic scenes in these 3 movies. And then, of course, Star Wars, all this stuff. So in 2017, when I'm watching Jeremy and Gary talk about this movie and how it's horrifically bad, and even Doomcock and a few others at the time were talking about it, I said, really? Can it be that bad? Literally, I walked out after 5 minutes of the movie, and I was hooked. I said, I gotta follow these guys. It's like they know something. Right. So that's where it started, and it all branched out from there. But then I got sick, and when I was in the hospital, and this is March of 2020. This is where it really took off for me, where I said, you know what, these guys know something. And I started listening. And when they said, go to Vegas, that's when I walked in and I found my family. My long lost family I found everybody. So that's why I consider everybody here family. And true friends, true brothers and sisters. Because again, if we don't like something, we'll call it out. If I have a take that you don't like, we'll have an argument. We're not going to kill each other, but we're going to have a good debate. And that's why I akin to when I saw the guys at Vegas, or I see us here, it's like a thing. It's like a family dinner. It's like a family meal we had a good time, like Friday nights or whatever, an Ernie stream. And we're just talking about it like, man, We're going to get together. And you know what? I have this all in my head, but I want to release it to have a release. And that's why I like being here. And the reason being a high roller for me is because, you know what? I can afford $25 to send out to someone I know and care who's going to be one thing. Your culture, you're authentic in what you do. And we see that in everybody, that quality, being authentic, speaking from their heart, speaking with logical, good arguments that back them up with details. And that's why I support everybody here. So that's all I think.
And Curtis is saying, when you are here, you are family. Indeed. In fact, speaking of family, Curtis had a terrible injury very recently. You can see the results of which in his avatar. Yeah, and it's quite the harrowing story. I'm glad he's still with us, but he's fighting some serious medical bills and things like that. So he does have a give, send, go, which I believe 6 can and the other wrenches can probably help put out there in the world if you feel like you're in a position to help. I'm sure Curtis would appreciate that. A lot of us are trying to help people who are having issues right now, and that's one that he's been dealing with. But he's been a longtime supporter, and I appreciate Curtis being here. I was wondering, he had a long absence for a while, and that's because of the injury. That's why. I didn't know that, but I'm glad to know what's going on in his life now. So, but yeah. But no, Ruben, absolutely. I felt the same way. That family, that camaraderie, the spiritual connection in ways. I know a lot of people don't buy into some of that stuff, but I do. And but you're saying everything that I think everybody says. It's authenticity. Everybody you talk to, for the most part, when presented with them, even on multiple occasions, days on end, these people are the people that you see on stream for the most part. Some of them have a little bit more of a hyper,
true, but still
hyper version of themselves, right? Or and here's the other thing. I truly believe this. The majority of people you see doing what we do now are a little introverted. I would say that there are extroverts that do this, right? And there are some of them very good at it. But there are people who create amazing YouTube channels and are able to talk in this format, but out in the world, they're way more introverted. That's something I've noticed.
That's true. That is true. And but again, and what brings it out is the fact that they know that they're with people that are not going to mock them for what they believe or want to talk about, geek out on things. Because again, if you go to normal people and you tell your parents, even when you were a kid, who told your parents about this stuff, they just looked at the so you get to learn who to talk to and who not to talk to when you're a kid. Yeah. But now it's like we're all here, we're all family, whatever. And you got to see people. Some people have bad takes, and we all say that it's your opinion or whatever. And we laugh at it, whatever, like lofty pixels. And people have great takes and all that stuff. And when you meeting in person is very different. Like meeting you in person was like, wow, it's so cool because again, we sat down, we talked, you pulled out your casino chip, gave it to me, still have that. Looking forward to the next one.
Well, okay.
I have the red one.
Yeah.
And you have the blue one coming.
I have it in my hand, right? Okay. Yeah. So the story behind this is this, and it kind of made me mad. The day that we arrived in Vegas for the meetup is the day that this chip showed up at the house.
Nice.
This is the new blue chip, right? And it's got a different character on it. The previous iteration was, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the previous iteration was Sean Connery, and I bet you can guess who that is. Harrison Ford.
Nice.
So, but we're going to go through poker chips of each color and stripe at these meetups. So I will, every single year, I'll update the chip. We started with a red chip. It's a $5 chip. We now have a blue chip. It's a $10 chip. We're going to a green chip. For the third year of poker chips. That's a $25 chip. And I think I'm going to put a pretty recognizable icon on the front of that one as well. On the back of all the poker chips, you will always find the bear dog. And that's just that. Even though Bear Dog's not with us anymore, he's still with me every day. So he's going to be on the chips. Dragon Master 360 says, keep me in your prayers, guys. Got a cold. Well, indeed, Dragon Master. We got John Platt out here saying hi to everybody. I'm so glad everybody's here. I'm glad that I've been able to. Yeah, Bromable's like, I have 4 red chips. Yeah, there were 4 people in your family, bro. So Jerry, show up at one of these things, and I have been carrying red chips around with me, the remainder, because I bought a lot of them, but they're that for as long as I've got them. If you show up and you don't have one, if I've got one in my pocket,
Culture.
Yes, sir.
If I don't get one of those and they run out, I'm
Mikey,
going to lose my ever-loving mind.
Your red chips right over there, bro.
Okay, I have Mexican Iron. Okay,
I've got one for you, Nick, Coach, Tom. 6.
And who didn't show up to deliver those at the event in Nashville, Tennessee?
Well, Mikey,
look what I have for you. I was going to give you this. Look, I even put it in a little case. Look.
Wow, that's fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy pants. That's the Mexican Ironman challenge coin.
Okay,
well, that's the front. That's the back.
All right. So what am I challenging you in doing?
What?
What are we challenging?
Managing Tom and 6.
Wow, I'm gonna lose. All right, good enough.
Can I have a chip that you've carried around in your armpit for like 7 or 8 hours, so I can get your manly scent on it? Would that be okay?
You know what? You work that out with the boss, okay?
Okay.
And if she approves of it, it's fine.
Gotcha.
What about me? Who wants one of my coins if I carry it around in my nether regions?
No.
I would prefer not a nether regions coin. Can I just get the one that you put in the nice case?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Okay.
This is the one I was going to give you in Nashville. I brought it especially for you. Look, see.
I'm stoked, Mikey. Awesome. I'm stoked. Hey, Mikey. Are you
Ruben's still talking about how amazing he is?
Are you going to do? Yeah, Ruben's pretty awesome, by the way. Yeah, Ruben, do you have anything else you want to share? Because we're going to move on to Tim here in a second.
No,
he's choking.
I can't stop laughing. It was so funny. I know. No. I appreciate everybody here. And again, that's the whole idea. The fact that what we're doing here, and you just mentioned it right now, because if someone is in need of prayers, we say prayer, and or someone's passed away, someone's sick. Yeah. My entire summer was destroyed because of my illness, but I'm fighting back and I'm still standing. I'm not going to give up. So, just keep everyone here. It's been amazing. And I want to basically say also, I want to thank a special person too on this panel right now. And it's a perfect segue. Tim, you've been an amazing friend throughout the time that you've been online and we've talked. You always say hello and how am I doing and asking how I am. And I really appreciate you, my friend. So I want to know more about you. Yeah. In fact, let's start there. Tim, you are new to this. I'm not sure if I was the first stream that you came on as a member. Maybe you'd been on some other streams. Maybe I saw you over on maybe Gary's stream, but and I know you're muted right now. But how did you get here? How did you connect with these people in the fellowship? And how does that story go?
It starts with retro blasting. Michael French.
Yeah.
He had been a guest on I had first found out about his channel, and he had been a guest on Midnight's Edge, and then I started tuning into Midnight's Edge, and then I started tuning into Klobby since Michael was on there as well, and then Poly Latino Slant and Stone Loki had also been on Klobby's channel, so that's how I found out about them. And then I found out about you, Culture, and Script Doctor when you were both on Midnight's Edge.
Yeah. It's funny that there are a lot of common threads there, and I think Midnight's Edge is one of the large ones. EVS is one, as Six mentioned before. Gary's one. It's this really interesting overlap. And one of the things I always kick myself for is missing one of Gary's member streams, because I don't get to hang out with some of those people very often because they're very far away and they're sleeping usually when I'm doing streams or videos or something. And
EVS is a person that just sounds like sounds like a computer program.
Oh, Ethan Van Sciver? Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering, what's EVS?
Yeah, and world class bullshitters indeed. Yeah, with Jeff over there, and
I found out about them through Michael French as well, because Michael had been a guest on there, and then Tom from Midnight's Edge used to be on there pretty pretty regularly for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I started to make appearances over there, and yeah, I actually have an unboxing video planned because I bought a bunch of those action figures when he was doing his campaign, so I actually have some action figures from WCBS, so I gotta unbox those. Was there any particular thing that set you out into finding people? I mean, obviously, were you just checking out Retro Blasting's like toy coverage and stuff like that?
Yeah, because Michael's just a year younger than me, so he likes Star Wars like I do, and
Mhm.
he has a lot of similar interests when it comes to the 80s pop culture.
Yeah, I love the way they cover things. First of all, his voice is excellent, and his analytical skills are incredible. So he is excellent. When I've had the chance to stream with him, it's been a great pleasure. And Rob Alta says, yeah, found EBN through Doomcock. It's really weird how we kind of cross populate and get a chance to hang out with each other, and it is. It's a lot of people find me through Lorena and vice versa.
Yeah, an Echo Base network I found out about when Michael French was a guest on there as well.
Yeah.
And then Lorena.
That's what I want to figure out then.
Then Lorena I had found out about one weekend when Andre of Midnight's Edge was doing a one-on-one live stream with her where he was talking to her.
That's the one thing I would do want to figure out, because it's very valuable information. It's like what's your path to whoever, because that way, and because again, what 6 you described is what I went through. Tim, what you subscribed, what I went through, but further down the line, I went through, Jeremy, Nerderotic, and then got to Culture. You went another path, but that path I went after. So it's kind of interesting that there's a common thread here, and that information would be valuable because again, we could help cross promote people, and do more things. We always should end a stream, and we always do end streams like who else is coming up online, who can you go to live right now, because we always want to keep it going. But yeah, and again, last thing I want to say here just generally is that each of you, I respect your opinion so well, because when you're on streams and you're talking, it's like I'm impressed, and I like that because I like to hang out with smart people. I really do.
Well, and that speaks to a lot of things. I mean, that's why I love like these member streams, because we get to find out a little bit. But Tim, was there any particular film that kind of got you a little bit angry, or was there any property tied to it, or were you just following around because of the toy thing with Michael at Retro Blasting?
Yeah, Star Wars I got into because of the toys, and then I saw the movie on cable when I was very little.
Yeah, I think Star Wars in some fashion touched all of us, especially when we're young. I mean, it speaks to us, and then as we get older, it's even more relevant. I mean, and having a legitimate hero's journey with a good and a bad guy. I mean, that's kind of we're looking forward to that. This kind of a desperation that I think all of us are searching for a reconnection with that, because that's. Everybody's journey is a hero's journey. I know that that's weird to say, but it's true, because you start from one point, you try to better yourself, you learn from your mistakes, and you become better. And we've lost that simple element of the life experience and storytelling, I think.
Now, Culture, what question when I grew up, I always say, like, who was your hero? And most people at the time do say like my mom, my dad, my grandpa, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I had like Superman. I had like, Luke and all these, the journey they did, his story. And if you were to basically say at a young age or at your young age, taking out your family,
right?
Who's your hero? And
yeah, outside of the family members that I looked up to that essentially, put this person in place, it would be hard for me to classify just one, because we grew up in a golden age of heroes. Obviously, Reeves Superman. You had, of course, Star Wars. I mean, Luke was amazing. But it was one of those weird times when there was enough that you could connect with, that you'd immediately go, wow, that's awesome. Like B.A. Baracus of the A-Team, right? You know, up there, right? And then, you know, and just goofy stuff
And
like
it had nothing to do with him being black either. He was a cool character. When in the A-Team, I love the A-Team. We watched some of the shows. The Knight Rider, all these shows that were like, you know, just like badass, just like cars, women, you know.
Sports heroes, right? I mean, you know, it's weird because this is where that narrative goes sideways. Because I mean, it was Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. I mean, I can go down a list, right? You know, of people that don't look like me that I identified with and thought were heroic. And I that's where, like, this is where it all changes. If sports is a contact point of unity, right? So it's kind of like sacrilege to try to divide people in sports, which is what they've been doing now for quite a period of time. But I don't want to get too bogged down in that, because we haven't heard from Mikey yet, who claims he's not a YouTuber. And I know that Mike I know Mike may have actually said this on other streams, but I want him to say it here on this channel.
That
Mike,
I'm not a YouTuber?
No, because we know that's not true. How did you get here? Who did you first find on YouTube, and what caused you to go out through all the Herculean efforts that you make so that you can contribute to the fellowship?
Wow, that's a heavy question.
You're welcome.
Yikes. Like, I'm actually stunned. Ow. Okay. Well, I guess I better answer honestly, since I'm on your channel and I can't deflect it because you won't let me off the hook. Well, I had a dual path. So what happened is that I ended up on, I came to YouTube because I was a comic book guy. And so my first point of landing was that I was looking for comic book stuff, and I found Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah, EVS.
And so EVS was my first landing point. I heard about Doomcock from Ethan Van Sciver on one of his live streams where he referred him. He made a mention of him, and then I went over to Doomcock. So I kind of have had a dual path because I still consider myself a Comicsgate guy. I have probably the dubious distinction of still calling Ethan Uncle Ethan and so forth, and I'm still friends with people over at the War Campaign. But what happened there is, I'll use my coin to tell the story. I'm going to turn the camera back on here. Okay, right. So this coin tells my story. That's the way I put my coin together, is my YouTube story. So you see the Mexican Airman. Can you make it big real quick? I will make you big, Mikey. Ooh. No. Sixman does that for me twice a week.
Whoa, hey now.
Boom, bam. All right, so I don't know if you can see, but there's Doomcock. His helmet is on one side, and then Harvey on the other side. It's hard to see, but it's a little blurry. But
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
But there's Doomcock, and then there's Harvey, and then some Mexican Iron Man, and then U.S. Mexican flag, and then you go to the back, and then what happened is I'm going to try. Oh God, it's well hard to see, but
that's all right. There you go. That's perfect.
Can you see that a little bit?
It's pretty good.
Okay,
yeah.
So on the bottom is a Loki dragon, and it's covered by Echo Base Network. And so what all of this means is the way I got started was on Doomcock. Doomcock had me. He was getting a lot of heat for some stuff he was saying about Disney, some of his rumors that he was getting, and I volunteered. He didn't know. I didn't know him at all back then. I mean, at this point, I'm very close to him, but back then I didn't know him at all. This is well over 3 years ago, and maybe even 4 years ago now. But I hit him up. I said, "Listen, I'm in LA. My family has Disney annual passes. I will go in." And Galaxy's Edge had just opened in LA. So I guess this is what now, 4 years ago. So I said, "You don't know me." I said, "But I'm one of your fans. I'm one of your Legionnaires." I said, "I will go in and I will take camera and video, and I'll interview employees on the down low, and I'll find out what's really going on." And that video, he ended up producing it and releasing it, and it got like 140,000 views. And like all of a sudden, I was like, whoa, and he credited me, and he gave me the name Mexican Iron Man. I mean, I didn't have a name. I used to be known as Mike the Mogul or whatnot. And then when he and I were talking, he's like, "How do you want to be known?" I'm like, "Shit, I don't know." He's like, "Who's your favorite comic book character?" And he said, "What are you into?" I like comic books. He's like, "Okay, who's your favorite characters?" And I gave him a list. And he says, "Well, what how do you want to be known?" I said, "Well, I think we should put Mexican in there. Maybe Mexican Batman or Bat Mexican or Mexican or Iron Mexican." He's like, "How about Mexican Iron Man?" And I'm like, "Done." And the name stuck. And that's how the video got released. And so I instantly got known by a lot of people by that. And then from that, I followed Loki over to Valhalla, and he let me live stream with him. And then Nick and Coach, who at almost simultaneously had seen that video, they invited me onto their channel to live stream and talk about Galaxy's Edge. And I ended up producing for Echo Base. I ended up doing Taco Tuesdays for Loki and producing for Echo Base Network for about 17 months. And ultimately, that led to, how did I get into Midnight Edge? How did that happen? I can't remember how that happened. Oh, I know how. Pauly Latino Slant got approached by Tom, and Latino Slant was on the Tuesday, Thursday Mead show, and then Pauly couldn't do it anymore, or I don't know, something happened, and then I took his place in the rotation, and that's how I kind of, even though I'd known the Tom and Andre like as a channel member and whatnot, that's how I end up on that show, and the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, I Mike, you've been such a integral part to my YouTube journey, and I don't ever tell anybody this stuff, but you know, and it because of all the places you and I crossed over and everything, you know, it's been a weird trip for me, because you were actually at the core of every single thing that was going on to some extent or another, right? You know, comics division would probably be, I don't even know if that's an exception, because I know that you've crossed paths with him multiple times, but it's
I know him, but I'm not on his show type of thing. But I think the thing that unites you and me, well, I've been a fan of you and your work since way back when. Yeah. I mean, I think the thing about, if I can turn the tables on you a little bit, but what your brand is that you are trustworthy. It's what did Reuben call it? Authentic. You're authentic. You're trustworthy. You're honest. You're a good guy, and you're believable from a core basis. And there's not a whole lot of that on YouTube. The other thing that you and I have. No, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Okay. And so I always watch your videos. I don't always comment on the thing, but I would be hard pressed if I've missed any of your videos in the last several years. Hard pressed. So, and then the other two things you and I have in common is that you and I have been privy to many a meltdown in the back scenes between YouTubers, as YouTubers have decided to not get along. And you and I have in common that we probably, between you and me, get along with more people on YouTube than anybody, because we're pretty close to a lot of people that don't get along.
Well, I'm oh man, you guys are being, thank you, Mrs. Flu. But no, you guys are far too kind. But you're right. I steer clear of drama. I don't like it. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I do my level best not to react to it anywhere, even on my own channel. You're not. There's no purpose. There's no point. It doesn't help anyone. It drives everybody away from each other, when at this point in time we need unity more than ever. And you know, I don't know that there's another way to say that. But Mike, I appreciate your kind words.
Ultra, on the darkest days of YouTube, you are still can be relied upon to be infinitely optimistic, positive, even when I know something that Hollywood is doing is burning your gut. At the end of the day, you're fair, you're honest, and you give a best case scenario all the time. And it's like, it's never a bad day. You know, 6 Minute Daily, I'm not always there to make it for live, but it's always going to be fun or interesting, informative. Your videos, you can tell you spend a lot of time. The fact that you go through all the articles that you do. I mean, you are the glue that holds so many channels and shows together. I know for a fact that for every 40 hours you might spend on your own channel, you probably spend another 20 to 50 to help other people. And for that, my friend, I shall always respect you and look up to you.
I appreciate that, and you're correct. I do spend a lot of time doing other people's shows and stuff. And actually, lately I've been sending other people articles because I just don't have time to do videos on them. So there's some bonkers stuff that I don't get a chance to cover, and I wouldn't even know the first way to go about it. So. But I like I said, I look at it like being a part of a big team. You know, I like my team. I don't want to be tribal about it, but you guys are on. I mean, we're a big team, and I appreciate the 71 people that are currently watching us right now and saying nice things. First of all, it's really easy to say honestly nice things about each other, because again, the best of humanity usually seem to, you know, come together at the worst of possible times, and that's how I feel about the fellowship, and I don't know that that'll ever change. But I don't do any backstage kind of stuff. That's not true. I don't do anything. Don't tell anybody that. People are going to ask me to do more stuff. Stop telling people I do stuff. But anyway, Mike, no, I appreciate it. And no matter what Mike tells you, he is a YouTuber.
What?
You are.
No. How? Prove it right now.
How many streams are you on a week?
What? A couple.
Okay, can you give me a specific number? Because a couple can be misinterpreted. Used to be it was just 2.
Yeah, a couple like that too. Yeah. Let's go with that number.
Okay,
Once tax season ends, he's going to be on a lot more. I hope.
I was going to say, so how many Echo Base streams are you on a week?
Not right now, none. I'm off of Echo Base Network right now. Now I'm only brought in a rotation when they need me, and that's night sparingly. It hasn't happened. I haven't hosted a show in months. See, I'm not a YouTuber. Haha.
Okay, how many Midnight's Edge After Dark streams are you on? Because I know you were on at least one Midnight's Edge stream last week. I was on it. On
average, probably 2 to 4.
Okay, so how many is that? Is that more than a couple?
Let's go with 3.
Okay, and then Midnight's Edge After Dark.
Well, I mean, including
Tuesday,
Thursday. Yeah, I would say I'm probably 3 a week. So let's go with that.
Do you ever hang out with Latino Slant?
Oh shit! Oh god. Okay, so that would be 4.
All right. I mean, you want me to keep going, Mikey?
What? No, that's it. Stop. Well, I guess if we
did you mention Doomcock?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. You ever hang out with Doomcock?
Yeah, that's 4 hours. That would be number 5. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry. In what way are you not a YouTuber?
And then Loki would be Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah,
Captain Fandom Nerd, you were just on his show.
7. Yeah, you were hanging out with Captain Fandom Nerd. That's 8.
Oh my God! Look, the pizza's ready. I have to go get it out of the oven.
All right. Oh wait, yeah. Do you ever hang out with VR? That's a good question.
Oh shit! That's a Sunday show at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, I've sent you multiple invitations. You could show up on the late night culture stream.
I could, but it's so late at night, dude. I need my sleepy nappy time.
Okay,
take a nap on Sunday morning. As soon as you get up, go back to bed for a nap, and then because Culture's late night Sunday stream is off the hook.
Sunday night stream.
There you go.
Oh, who did that? How did they do that?
That was Ruben.
Holy shit, that was spooky as fuck.
Yeah.
Who did that?
I can do I can do everything. Well, shit, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole idea. I was raised, or actually, not raised. I believe if anybody told me you can't do it, I said, watch me. That's what I said. Really. Yeah. So
I'm kind of an introvert.
I'm admiring my instrument right now. So it was in storage. It was in storage. So during the illness. So I can't wait to turn off social media. You know, I did an experiment yesterday, and I'm going to use this to wrap up the show because we were only going to go an hour. But I did not promote the 6 Minute Daily on Twitter yesterday at all. And I had more people watch live the 6 Minute Daily yesterday. It's really
well, that's because we're fans of yours. Why would we not watch your 6 Minute Daily?
No. But my point is, I'm not even sure that we need Twitter anymore for promotion. You know what I mean?
I don't think we do.
Exactly.
I think Twitter has reduced itself to be another email medium in terms of DMs first and just sharing random info. But I don't think anybody is. I know I don't. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I would look for notifications for shows going live, and all. I don't do that anymore. Why?
Twitter is for news and for DMs. That's where I get all my story alerts from.
And that's kind of all I use it for too, is for DMs, to be honest with you. Anthony Minozo says something very complimentary, and I thank you. He says, "Thank you for being my relief right now. I'm kind of worried about a few friends that are dealing with major flooding in Hurricane Ian. They might not have houses to live in after the hurricane." Yeah, a lot of people that I know in South Carolina are going to be on top of my list to reach out to later today and tomorrow, because if you've seen the devastation that's happening there, and you saw what Ian did to Florida, this hurricane took the worst possible path. It turned exactly at the wrong time, and it just kind of and it picked up strength. So yes, absolutely. Thank you, Anthony. And we're trying, my friend. I did check in with Lorena. If you didn't see her on her Magic Kingdom stream this morning, which had a couple of technical difficulties, she's good. If you are familiar with Rogue Attraction, Tom, the water started to go down a little bit. He did a hurricane update live from his location on the Space Coast. So there's a lot of people I'm trying to keep tabs on. I need to reach out to some other folks that I know that are down there, because there were some people that are going through their first hurricane in Florida, so they weren't probably quite as prepared. They may not have gotten their supplies set aside the way they should have, but the linesmen in Florida went to work almost immediately at the moment that they could. 40,000 people mobilized to get things restored in Florida. So they've got things well in hand. We've lost a lot of human life. I'm like I said, South Carolina is going to be a focus for probably the next 4 or 5 days. So indeed.
Yeah, I'm available, Culture. If anybody here in Florida, Orlando area needs anything, I got unscathed, thank God. So I have enough things. I have the wherewithal to get some supplies now. So if anybody needs anything, I can help out too. So.
Indeed. Thank you for that. And that's the other thing we can count on here, right, is each other, which is the whole point. But does anybody have anything to promote? I know we're getting close to winding down. We've got just a few more minutes. And I want to get to the last couple of super chats and then let everybody off the hook. We got Alf for $2 saying, Mikey can spend 4 hours with me.
Oh, for God's sake. No, not on this channel also.
Alf has been here for a while. Thanks, Alf. Appreciate your support, my friend.
How about Alf is nice to spoon with? What do you say, Mikey?
Well, I would say
I'm a nice to spoon with. We don't need to have no Alf spoonage action. There's you, me, and that's it. That's all the spooning that needs to happen. Okay. Table. Let's set that table for 2, not 3.
All right. Well, PG 13.
Sorry. I said table.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 saying, I pay CC so I can say nice things about him. Thank you, Pinochet. Hey, you know what? And this is the cool thing. I'm going to get to meet a whole lot of people I have not met, because I will be going to the meetup at the end of October on the 30th to hang out with many, many, many of you. I'm very excited for that. We'll be in the state for a period of time, and I'm pretty stoked. My back is much better. Hopefully tomorrow I can get back to DIY stuff that I can film. So I'm very excited about that. Thanks again to all of you and every single one of you folks out there. Indeed. Yeah, Culture. I need a wrench to promote. Oh, thank you, Apex. Indeed. I'm surprised you're not a moderator, but you should be united now, my friend. And Alf sent another $2 to say, I'll always follow you, Mikey. Thank you, Alf. Mikey, you happy about that?
No, God. No!
All right. Well, just in case, Boosh reminds us Curtis D is here. Six did put the Give, Send, Go in the chat. We definitely want to try to support the financial efforts behind his physical recovery. So please, if you have the opportunity to help, thank you. And for those of you who already have, like Olafon S and a few others here, thank you. I appreciate it. 70s, good to see you, brother. Alf Cheapest. You guys are so creative. I love you all. Gap's like, I'm surprised I'm not a moderator. Well, Gap, maybe. I'll consider knighting.
Culture has like 57 wrenches right now.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't want to be an asshole to anybody in the chat stream. I just think channels should like never have more than 5 or 6 ever.
I like having a lot of moderators, because you know what, that's the weirdest thing. I'm wired different. I like to support like the people who are doing crowdfunding and things like that. And
well, you can post the links.
That's true. I'm terrible at it. And if six is not here, or Eric K or one of the people that that are reliable about that, I just think at it.
Well, that's what happens when you throw out wrenches. You never get real mods. You just get people with wrenches.
Yeah, some people want their name in blue, and some people want a mod.
Exactly, and they are 2 very different things. I've learned that over the years.
Well, I always seem to have the best, but
how come my mod wrench can't be brown because I'm Mexican? How do we do that?
I'll give it to you. I just don't know how to do that on YouTube.
I am a wrench already. I just want mine to be brown.
I don't know how to fix that.
Oh,
I'll you know what? I'll reach out to YouTube and say they're not being very inclusive. Do you think that'll work?
Oh my God, that'll work.
All right, Joker voice
That
for
would
$10 because I highlighted this one and didn't get to read it because I got distracted. Joker voice for $10 says, just gonna say that life has become so much richer from this fellowship over the almost year I've been on YouTube. I agree with you, Joker voice. Thanks to Culture 6, Mikey, and everyone on the panel, Mr. Tim included. Love y'all. Hashtag keep talking. Indeed, my friend. And I love the fact that Joker Voice has a channel, so do check out Joker Voice's channel.
He has an awesome channel.
Yeah, he does. Guys, and he's got a great cosplay, a great Joker voice. Indeed, that's hence the name. And there we go. Alf is admonishing you.
Now, what did I do?
For $2, he says, Mikey, be quiet. There you go.
No, make me. What? I'm a high roller. I can do what I'm a high roller. I can do what I want, Alf.
That's right. Speaking of which, we've spent an hour here getting to know these amazing human beings that I
and Mike.
I'm so grateful.
We've been spending this time getting to know these amazing people and Mike.
Oh, I didn't do that. You're all amazing people in my eyes.
And Mike.
We did miss the opportunity to get Toxic Man Flew in here, but he's busy. He's doing husbandly things, which I admire. I respect.
Taking care of his wife.
That's right.
Yeah, she's on top.
You're supposed to do that. And you're at Bonsai Con now. There's no Elon there. Bummer, man. All right. I was hoping you get a chance to tell him he's awesome, from me. But all right. And with that, can anybody do Andre?
And with that,
I could do Andre, but he's married.
No.
Oh.
And with that, how'd I do?
That
was good. I'm still kind of reeling from the statement.
Culture, I'm gonna let you apologize for what you said about Tom earlier, so that doesn't hurt my feelings.
I said nothing about it.
You said that you said that he always interrupts you.
He does?
Does he?
It seems oftentimes.
Okay, well, you know why that happens?
Because I'm handsome.
How in the hell?
Well, in addition to that. So the reason why is because he's so brilliant. Sometimes he knows what you're going to say, and he just wants to finish the sentence before you get there, so you get there together. So it's really all about teamwork and brotherly love.
Oh, actually, I think it's because we are hetero life mates, and we kind of always know what each other are thinking.
Exactly.
Got it. Mikey, I've had the weirdest experience ever. Have you ever had a jalapeno that's actually like sweet? I don't know. They just made me a sandwich and jalapeno.
Wait, what?
Jalapeno. Yeah,
no, I can't eat jalapenos. I'm not that Mexican.
Are you sure it wasn't a peppercini?
No.
I love those.
All right. Look, stop distracting me. We have to end the show. All right. Anyway, there we go, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope to see you later. I was going to try to do a gaming stream today, but YouTube says no. You have to wait 48 hours before you live stream on your new channel, and so the Cultured Gaming channel will, I guess, launch either tomorrow or Monday when I can get around to making a live stream over there. And I'm going to do this again. So do your Andre again, Mikey.
And with that,
we have to go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day, everybody. I hope you have an incredible weekend. I will see you on the Sunday shows and elsewhere throughout the evening. Bye.
You have a horse ass as a mother.